Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. Took the midnight train going anywhere.
Oh, sport mode. That's how much I care about the threes. Even got them in sport mode.
We need to make sure that we're working on staying tight in D, and then when we're up there, we need to be a bit more organised. So 32 shorts, doing the quickies. I realise the camera's on me, so I'm trying to keep talking.
We're keeping them in their half really well, so keep working hard because they're taking 4 touches, 5 touches, get done playing.
Those last 2 scores have been exactly the same move. So just as soon as half gets hands on ball, eyes up, we've got to shut them down enough.
The other impact that it has is that you don't have an impact on the game because you're so far back, they can't hear you.
If you're on or behind the line,
yes, let's go, right? Now win it.
It all starts in the middle, okay? If we work hard, the links don't have to step up, okay? Yeah. You ready? Let's go.
Hands in. Come on, Ems.
Tight! Eyes up, pressure!
Cheers to Bristol! Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip! One for the ref! Hip hip! Hip! One for us! Woo!
I won for the ref!
Hooray!
Well done, Darren!
Act really casual.
Welcome back to the next enthralling encounter of the Atlantic Youth Touch Cup, and this time it's England-South Africa at the under-20s, and I have got a sporting icon in the comms box with me. That's what I've been told anyway. Dom, nobody knows more about touch in the UK than you. That's what I've just been told.
These are all lies, but I'll do my best to try and keep up with you,
Well, that's
Richard.
brilliant, because you know how much I know, right? So you're going to be there and drag it all along. Look, and everybody is coming past, shaking his hand. Now they're on their knees, they're saluting, saying that they're not worthy.
Yeah, 20 quid, thank you.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. Right then, so first of all, prediction?
This is going to be really close. I think, obviously it's 2-2 in the series. I think probably South Africa have got a bit more footwork. I think England have got a few more structures in place. But it's going to be a really tight one to call. If I was a betting man, which I'm probably not, I'd go down to drop-off. I'd go England and drop-off.
England drop-off, right. So we've got the mixed England-South Africa. We are underway. And South Africa, once again, hard touch.
Yeah, I would say so. I'd say a little bit reckless there from Marcus as he comes in, but early on in the touch count, but hopefully South Africa can get 2 genuine cracks at the line from here.
Important question, man bun, what do you think? Or is that more of a back thing?
Good question. I think as I'm progressing closer to 30 now, it's probably not really my style, but
Right,
each to their own.
Right, fair point, yep.
Here we go, that's a great against the grain play from South Africa, but again England scrambled to recover well there. So again, good intent shown by South Africa to move the ball. Dry conditions today as well. It was yesterday they had 2 games in the rain, which probably was a bit of a leveller, dampened both game plans, but looks like South Africa are trying to move the ball early on, which is exciting.
You know, they're obviously, I love this transition. What a brilliant transition. I mean, they couldn't have got closer, could they?
Yeah, straight in, and here you got fresh legs. Oh, tough call coming out with, obviously when you roll the ball, you have to keep your hips square, sort of parallel to the sidelines.
That's called Shakira, by the way.
Thank you.
We've renamed that Shakira.
The Shakira.
It's the Shakira rule.
I love it.
Shakira.
Love the Shakira rule.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, I mean, they were doing really well until that point. They kind of have fresh legs going against the tide, South Africa, which is, again, quite unique to touch, where you can come on really fresh with a sort of plan out the box where, you know, you can have everything sort of in your favour, fresh legs, good plan against the tight defence. But South Africa have got really good opportunity here with some skills and some
nice
gas around the outside.
Oh,
what a finish! If that's I think that might be a touch actually. But that, I'd love to see that again.
Let's watch it again anyway, yeah. Producer, give me that again. Here we go.
He's giving it.
He's giving it as well.
Here we
go.
go.
I can't believe the sun's come out now, we can't see our screen.
What a finish. I mean, kick round, won the outside shoulder.
Watch, he's going to hit the slow motion now.
Oh!
Ooh. Remember that the ref is always right. We just might have a different opinion to us.
Correct. Opinion is that's very close.
Yeah.
But that's a hell of a finish. I mean, great acrobatic skills in the air to get that down. And here we go.
If Joe was here, he'd be saying NRL finish.
NRL finish. Absolutely. What a skill. It's what we love to see. I mean, that's an exciting part of the game, and I feel like England now have got a good opportunity to respond. But that was a fantastic start from South Africa. Ball over the top.
Oh, not quite there.
Not quite there.
It's also one of the greatest sports that doesn't. You can wear all different headwear.
Anything.
Isn't it great? I mean, there's no scrum caps, is there?
No,
there's
not that I've seen
There's
so
a tennis
far.
cap, baseball cap, bucket hats yesterday.
Absolutely. I've seen a straw hat before. That's
Straw hat,
that's probably as extreme as I've seen in my life.
Well, we were talking about whether or not you get the like Slash from Guns N' Roses. One of those hats would be great, you know.
Anything.
But would it stay on?
Oh, here we go. I think it's gone South Africa's way. South Africa seems to have momentum, I feel, at the start of the game. About 3 minutes in, one on the scoreboard, couple of penalties early on from England, just giving South Africa that, you know, a couple of extra possessions and some field position to work with as well. So it's a good start from South Africa.
It's really good. It's, do you know what, immediately, I mean, it's only been on like 3 minutes, it's what you said at the beginning, the structure of England, you can see it straight away.
Massively. You know? I mean, defending as a unit, I feel like that's something which, that's good, finding space on an edge. But yeah, England have worked really hard, and again, having had the blessing of spending a little bit of time watching this team train and talk to the coaches, it's very much like 6 players working in unison, seeing the same thing, protecting the same space.
Yeah.
Ooh, just a little bit out of control there. Again, contest is probably going to be quite a key area for today. But so coming back to my original point, that England do tend to move as a 6, sort of offering up a space on an edge. But I feel South Africa, as you've seen already, have managed to take it to an edge with a couple of, a play with intent. Ooh, and actually, as they go through the middle.
Touch
there.
given.
Great recovery there from England, but what the impact has is now you've got 2 or 3 players from England really close together on the line, which is going to create that space on an edge. So it'll be interesting to see what South Africa do now that they've attacked the line at the feet of the toucher. Is there going to be space on an edge as they've exploited early on in the game?
Here he is, build it up.
And trying to move it there.
Wide.
Going on an edge. Oh, it's good. I really like the intent of what they're trying to do there. So they've gone really close. They've tried to compress them, and then immediately after tried to move the balls laterally across the field. So good recovery from England. And again, if they can move the ball upfield and have a good crack here, could get themselves back into the game, because I don't think we've really seen England, apart from that one long pass from right to left, get into the game yet.
Right, so you incredibly knowledgeable, everybody knows you. What's your England touch credentials, or no, as we're just gonna just touching the corner there. Unlucky.
Unlucky.
What's your background setup and all this, because I know some of it because we've just been chatting about it. But everybody on air wants to know, who's this guy?
Who's this random person?
Who's this random person that knows everything?
Chatting into my ear. So no, I've been blessed to be in the England men's team for this is my 11th season now. So I'm definitely getting towards the end of my career, and some of these players will definitely be taking my space in the very near future.
Yep.
So yeah, blessed to be in that squad. A couple of young players to look out for in the future. It's Will Lupton, who's a bit average, but if he can hang around for another 12 months, he might grow into a better player.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got a lot of work to do.
And that's nice.
Through.
And he was either half?
Let's have a look.
No.
Let's watch that one again. I think he's just gone around the outside there, and in England,
is that Murray? Murray Copeland.
Yeah. Here we go. So picks the ball up, wins the outside shoulder, throws, shows the ball, winger slides out. That's a good injection of pace there.
That's a Buffalo Girls one, that is. They go round the outside.
I like it. Richard, you're full of the analogies.
Yeah.
Here we go. That's again 2-0, 6 minutes in. I feel that's a really strong start from South Africa, setting the pace here. And again, they've used some great athleticism there, both with the end over end finish, the NRL dive, as we saw, followed with the just the kick and the Buffalo style around the outside. So I feel England have got really good. Well, England need to respond here, really. I feel still 34 minutes to go in the game, but I feel some sort of points on the board would just give them a bit of comfort.
A bit of momentum.
Absolutely.
And then,
there's a big space here just outside the saver, but has the ref given that? He's given the touch.
I was going to say, to the left there was a big gap. By the way, anybody watching, the scoreboard is wrong, so it's in the shot. It is 2-0.
Absolutely. Let's see what happens here.
There we go. It's corrected itself.
Come back to
it's gone wide.
Good pass.
Great
nice pass. As they're giving it forward, giving it forward. Forward pass.
Ellis Fleming now.
Ellis
thought she was in.
Sorry, Ella. I think it's really nice set management there. So again, in a similar style to South Africa, the first crack, they've gone at the line, they've tried to compress the defence, and immediately after they've tried to go to an edge. So they're constructing the plays well. They're trying to get some sort of response here from the South African defence. They found it, and similarly, South Africa found the space on the edge as well. So I think what this is showing is that we're going to be in for a really exciting game.
Well, it's brilliant. I mean, this is what I love, is that transition from, they get the transition. Okay, they're on their third touch, but they've gone those 60 yards.
Yeah, got to earn the right there, haven't you?
Yeah.
Just got to go forward sometimes. I mean, in touch, this is very much like the momentum, the midfield battle, where you've got to earn the right to have a crack at the line by bending it back, passing around the defence when it's appropriate, but keeping the momentum up, moving forward, getting someone to play the ball quickly, smoothly, and then you can try and break down their defence as you get closer towards the try line. Into fifth touch. Oh, just losing their footing there. Still a bit of a hangover from yesterday's horrendous weather where people cannot quite stay on their feet.
So the transition, every time you pass the halfway line, you think, or sometimes you keep a unit on because why not?
Why not? So it's very interesting. I think probably 5-6 years ago it was very much you wouldn't do it every set. You'd almost go every other set. So you try and go more direct, would say. So the same players stay on, move the ball up. You can get into the game and try and it was a bit more of like a power play is what we would call it. In more recent years, it's been very much moving towards a trend of you come out the box pretty much every time on the assumption that you've got people who are fresh in your box who can come and do great touch there. But yeah, you've got people who are fresh in the box who are running against people who are tired on the pitch, so you should have that advantage where probably the more successful teams in the sort of the global game of touch have moved that way. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, because I've definitely seen a little bit of direct sets from some of the players here and some of the teams here, but again, I feel a lot of the England teams are coming out the box. Great footwork.
It's there and he's in.
Is it there?
No.
Is that live? Love that footwork. So again, it's good athleticism. England's defence there just probably collapsing in ones versus moving as a bit more of a unit, giving South Africa a couple of dog legs to work around. But fresh set on the line. This is dangerous territory for England and absolutely where you'd want to be if you're a South African player.
Oh, nice. Now he's got the legs.
Here we go. Touch has been called.
All right. I haven't seen a full length. I don't like calling coast to coast because I think that's from side to side personally, because I think of it coast to coast, not top to bottom.
Fair enough.
So
I've seen a couple. I was watching the women's 18s and the women's 20s, and there were a couple of players who managed to pick up just
north to south. We call them
north to south. They've gone north to south. Here we go. Can they keep the momentum up?
He's got to get on the
scoreboard.
Here we go.
He's cruised through, and this could be England breaking the deadlock there.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Let's watch that one again. So I feel England, this is coming out the box. So again, fresh legs like we've spoken about. They've managed to flatten the South African defensive line and just get someone running on a sweeper. So from left to right, don't feed it. Touch has just got a little bit confused. Someone's tried to make a read, and that is absolutely fantastic to see. Is it Kit going over? Kit Fairhurst.
Yeah.
And that makes it interesting now. Quarter of the way through the game.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
England on the board within one. What we want to see, obviously 2-2 in the series, so this is pretty much all or nothing in this game, which is, again, exciting to watch.
Lost control, or was that a foot?
I think. Can't quite see that, maybe in the rucks.
I'd give it a turnover because it's your responsibility to control it.
Well, I would normally say that, where you go, yeah, it's if you're the ball carrier, you've got to look after it. And that is a battle in itself, which a lot of people, again, don't really appreciate. It's like, we call it sort of winning the race to the bend, or, you know, can we stop you from getting the ball down cleanly in defence, and in attack you want to be kicking to the side, getting the ball far away, similar to in contact rugby. You've got to keep the ball far away from the defenders and look after it. So but result is South Africa have got an opportunity here. Oh, I was going to say a few repeat sets on the line. I think that's the third repeat set South Africa have had on the line versus England not having a full set of 6. But that's a great take. And England, I feel here, building momentum through the set. This is going to be really exciting to see. Oh, it's
lost it there.
That is tricky. So I'd say South Africa in the first 10 minutes probably got the momentum with like more time on the opposition line, on England's line, have probably built more momentum through the midfield, and England just struggling to kind of build that momentum as they cross halfway.
There's a bit of rain starts coming down.
This is going to be interesting.
Now I think it's only going to be a splatter, otherwise we've got to move everything underneath here. I'm confident it's a splatter.
Yeah, I would looking overhead. I'm not aware of the person, but looking overhead, I would agree with you.
Yeah.
That fifth touch. Here we go. South Africa come in, move into a bit more of a lateral style of play. Tries the rip out the back. But here we go. That's end of the set for the South Africa. So again, we don't have the stats to back it up, but just to reiterate, I think South Africa have definitely won the territory game. They've got good momentum. They've got some exciting footwork and distributors. So at the moment, I feel like they're definitely coming out the block stronger. And the question to England now is, you know, what do you do to respond? How do you stop the momentum? How do you change up tactically? That's great to get around the player, but second touch on halfway, if we can get that ball down a little bit quicker, I just feel like you'd maybe be able to kind of build that momentum through the set and really catch the South Africans off guard there.
Now that's more, you need the player behind you telling them that you're there. I mean, you need 100%. That communication. You know, don't just put it down. You need to. There we go. Easy.
And here
there
we go. Exactly as you're saying, Richard. I feel like that's exactly what's just happened as Marcus goes through to score. Shout out to Marcus from Surrey University. I've spent a bit of time coaching him. Not that I'm responsible for that score.
No, but you should be.
All on him.
You are. No, take that as being.
But look at this. Here we go. Quick roll ball. Someone's right behind him telling him which way to go. Big pump. Hold. Releases the defender. Goes through into the in goal. Marcus manages to get through. That's a really well worked score, That's fantastic.
Good team thing. Yeah, brilliant stuff.
And that, I feel, again, it's that anticipation. What's about to happen? What are we going to try and make the defence do? And to level the score 13 minutes into the first half, that makes it really interesting as we go into the last 7 minutes of this half. Oh, that's great footwork there from South Africa, and that's one straight back.
Oh, lovely.
Very interesting. So it touched a lot about defence. Is all like, oh, what space do you want to give them? What space do you want to prioritise? Whereas here, I didn't quite catch the number, but half has picked up and just turned him inside out. Goes one way, goes the other way, and see you later. 14, here we go. And finds the free winger.
Yeah,
brilliant work. That's a great response from South Africa to get up by 1. Again, 6 minutes to go. It is flipping around here as England try to build back momentum and build into the set. Third there. Here we go, Billy. Oh, tough luck. I like what they're trying to do here, trying to get a strike on third. So if you can have a go on third touch, you could probably try and find the line on fourth. Gives you on fifth, and here we go. Oh! Is he through? Hard to see what's happened. That is if he has made that, that is a fantastic touch. If he is not, that is a brilliant score from South Africa. He hasn't. Wow, that is not coast to coast. That is north to south or south to north, depending on which way you're playing. But look at this. From your own half, kick and puts the burners on. Great effort in defence, but just too fast. Cruising around the outside.
That's nice. That's nice.
That's
the first one of those I've seen.
That's brilliant. I mean, again, it's a really nice balance because a lot of people think in touch, oh, you know, you've got to take first, second, third, fourth build, which is definitely a way to play. But actually, if the space is there early on in the set, you know, making people feel free to take it and explore and actually showing there, South Africa, that you can score from any touch, from anywhere.
So I think it's interceptions. They'll get a fresh 6 from
Here
the
we
7.
go. Yeah.
So, I mean, like a power play, penalty corner in hockey and everything else, where does this rate in like, right, you got 6 from 7.
Yeah, here we go. This is
What's
pretty
your
much
percentage of scoring should be?
Should be high. I think a lot of the time, it's, again, if we're thinking in terms of those, examples that you've given, you've got everything set up. Oh, has he gone through? Is that a great touch there? But yeah, this is really where you should be scoring, like your set piece, your line attack. This is where you spend a lot of time practicing to go, okay, well, we can strike. If you've got a fresh set, you're pretty much going to have 3 goes at the line. Definitely on first, then on third, and then on 5th if you're playing the game sort of in that kind of tactical fashion.
So that power place, 6 from 7, you're looking at 50-50, you should be scoring 60-40?
Probably 60-40, 70-30 you'd want. I mean, a lot of the time, particularly in the midfield, if you're winning penalties in the midfield, then you should be looking at scoring in that kind of next set, more often than not. So England here have their second fresh set of 6, and that's their first attempt. So again, they've done 2 plays there to try and narrow the South African defence. It'll be interesting at some point to see if they go more lateral, or whether they start going to a more distribution-style game, or they go...
Oh, nice.
Ones. There it is, over the top. Great pass, great finish.
Ella on the end again.
Fantastic.
Brilliant.
Again, it's just smart. Both teams are playing really smart touch, and they've tried to find the line twice here. And then again, they make it, they shape like they're going to do the same thing. They're like, cool, here, we're going to go to the left, we're going to feed the pass. Nope, pick up. There's all the space, all on the edge, and Ella is going over again. Great finish. I think that's quite underrated as well. You're quite under pressure to catch and get that down. And
exactly.
She's done really well there. So, again, interesting score, brings it back to just within 1, and there's big opportunities for South Africa now. So similar to when you get your fresh set of 6 on the line, having a tackle from halfway, you should be having 2 cracks at scoring.
Yeah.
Again, which should just dial your stats up in your opportunity to score. So see what South Africa can come up with here. As they scoop, loose footing, manages to get rid of the ball. And that is a let off the hook for England there with a touch and pass.
Touch and pass.
That will be, again, giving England a bit of a sniff to be able to get back into this game. Good defence from South Africa, keeping them closer to their line on first. As England just losing their footing as they come in here. It's going to be third touch. Great yards to get into 3, and here is the opportunity. So a little bit further out on 4th, but if they can create something for 5th, they could have an opportunity to get over that whitewash. 5th coming. Hit the pop and wrap if there's a bit of space out there, and that's down. But again,
so from the transition, what I mean, ideally 1, but on average you want to be transitioning on 2, maybe 3, yeah?
Yeah, we always try and give ourselves the goal. If we can get to halfway in 3 touches by either getting around people or using the ball to get around people, then that's pretty good. And that gives you kind of a 4th and 5th platform to come into. So if we can do that regularly, then we'll be in a pretty good space. But equally, you can kind of shut from anywhere. So, and the rain has really started to come down here in Nottingham. So what happened is the shower is really going to be an impactful period of weather on this game, as both teams might now lose the ability to play over the top as freely. And here we go, slight change to the rules here, where if you do an incorrect restart of the game, you can change up how you restart the game. It used to be a turnover back in sort of the previous editions of the rules. We go, firm touch there from England. South Africa look to go from far out, and that's great recovery there from Billy, number 4. Again, it's nice to see England moving in unison. So South Africa moving the point of play, but you've got 6 players, or the players in front of the ball moving, and South Africa still choosing to go from probably about 15-20 out here at the moment. But South Africa will be probably looking to get closer to that 7, the dash line just by the scoreline. Feel that's where they're going to get some success by putting England under pressure, bringing the line into play, because you've got the athletes. Oh, hips, 6 touches as well. This is a quick game here. This is going to be really exciting to see how the last sort of minute progresses. South Africa obviously up by 1 minute left of this game. It's going to be huge defensive set from South Africa. If they can keep England out here, I think that will give them a huge boost going into half-time. If England can get over the scoreline here, it's going to be a massive boost for them. So big minute, that's 6 touches. That's fantastic defence from South Africa. So now England have got to keep them out to make this a
a good half.
Yeah, if you're England's box now, you've got 30 seconds to go. You're thinking tactically, how do you just stop them getting close to our line? The harder work.
They've got the ball back now.
Yeah. Oh,
that's one way of doing it.
That is best.
So now, how can they get back on level terms?
Here we go.
Going at half time.
20 seconds. You're trying to get maybe 1, maybe 2 cracks at scoring here. So if I was England, I'd be getting closer to the 7 now, trying to initiate that roll ball. 15 seconds or 10 seconds to go. What's happening? That's that splitter play that they do. Touch happens. Here you go. You might get one more go if you're quick. I don't think they're going to get it here. You're going to have to score from nothing. This is last. No more touches now. You've got to move the ball. This is what South Africa are very good at. And they've given it an intercept, but that is half time. What a half. Here we go.
Brilliant. So going in at 4-3 down, they're going to say, okay, didn't win the half, but do you think that they kind of like, because of the structure and everything else, like you say, that they feel as if they've kind of like, said, getting at half time, we've worked out what we need to do?
I feel so. I feel both teams are probably in a really good position to give half-time team talks to go, you know what, we've managed to score tries. We've probably seen what the opposition are doing. So South Africa have gone direct and they've gone round the outside. They've probably had a little bit more sort of footwork and speed just going around England sort of one-on-one. So if you're in the England box, you'll probably say, all right, well, let's look at our connection, from, all 6 players at the same point. I'd say as England as well, you're probably looking to try and progress the ball closer to the 7, fewer mistakes in the midfield. If you're South Africa, I'd say we've probably won the midfield in that half. We need to do more of that. So we've had more time at the England line. We've had more genuine scoring opportunities. So South Africa's probably saying we want more of the same. I think England have probably got a couple more changes to make around their connection in defence and probably just looking after the ball, taking it down to the South African try line and just giving them more time to try and figure out their defence.
So prediction for the second half, quickly?
Oh, I'm backing it. I'm saying it's going to drop off. I'd say it's almost a similar half. I'm going to go. It's probably 3-2, maybe 4-3 to England in this half. Let's go to drop off. Give the people what they want.
Back with you in 3. Well, welcome back. 30-second warning. And that's a 30-second warning to yourself as well if you're watching, because just get ready to sit on the edge of your seats, because if this second half lives up to the first half, then it's a nail biting, and we think it's going to you think it's going right to the wire, Dom?
Yep, I'm still back in the drop-off. If I've called this, someone's got to get me on a scratch card this afternoon.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Feeling lucky.
And we gave you the opportunity, so we get 10%. Right, okay, we're off.
Here we go. Oh, I'm so excited for this 20 minutes. I'd love to have been in the box just listening to what both teams are feeding back, because this has got to be one of the closest contests that we've seen all weekend, and back through to Friday and Thursday as well. It's England there. Take it down, have one crack at the line and just force it to an edge early. Probably would have liked to have seen England maybe try and find the line early on 3 to then try and go more to an edge on 5th, but that's just my preference.
Now, I was saying, go back about touch itself. Brilliant for, hang on a minute.
Good. Here we go.
North to south.
Here we go. He's got to get aerial number.
Oh, he's there. He's there.
What a finish.
Brilliant. Now,
that is the start.
I think that's Twala. We can't see his second name because
the rain has
came down on us.
What a finish.
But here we go.
That is the dream start from South Africa there. Again, big show and go, puts the burners on. Great effort in defence, gets aerial, but just pulls away.
Look at that. Yes,
big
love it.
Slam dunk to finish, and here we go. England have got a 2-point deficit to get back now, but that is the perfect start from South Africa. The coach would be very happy with that. What's the call going to be here? Loss of control. Yeah. So as we said in the first half,
it's your responsibility.
It is your responsibility. So that is big off the hook. So often in touch, when you score, the biggest conceding chance is the next tap off. So South Africa have managed to score and defend the tap off. So that's pretty much a genuine progression in the game.
Yeah.
You know, making it even more difficult for England to get back into this. So again, very happy South Africa box after the first 35 seconds in this half, although I've just looked at the scoreboard and it stopped, so it's probably a little bit more than 35 seconds.
Yeah, but our one's different.
There we go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
They are exactly a minute behind if they started now, but they haven't.
Here we go. Let's see what they bring here. So England defence just getting 2 middles up there, causing a little bit of confusion. Opportunity for South Africa to take that, but ball has gone to ground. So quite often as well, you know, we'd like to get one person up making the touch and everyone else is kind of on their way back to get onside, but that's great yards there from England, sort of progressing down the pitch. Is that into third? So they've done really well. So they've got the territory into South Africa's half on third. Passed around the one-up defender. That's fourth on the 7. Perfect strike. Can we go find the space? Huge ball over the top.
Yes, Ella for a hat-trick.
What a finish. That is the response you are after if you're in the England box. But that has been created by lots of hard work in the midfield. Something's coming back here.
Hang on.
Or what's happening?
Discussion.
Nervy times for everyone on the field, but it's just saying that England works so hard in the midfield just by using the ball to pass around the South African defence to give them that opportunity, and it's not going to be a score. It's a forward pass. Oh, that's a huge call, but again, without the replay, we get the hook for South Africa. But
problem is, you see, we need a breaking play to show that replay, and that's the problem.
Straight into it.
If players could actually stop for a while and let the media do their job,
VAR.
You know.
Bring it in. Here we go, and this is a big opportunity. South Africa have just handed England an opportunity here. So, like we said, you've got your line attack, 6 touches on the line. He's got a chance if he dives in. And again, I like it. So they've tried to attack the touch there. So the right middle for South Africa went up, made the touch. You put him under pressure. See what the defenders around him do. That they protect him. Here we go. Second effort, and will they go more lateral? They have hit the link. Shift it to the wing, and that is a brilliant defensive touch, getting aerial. Really love that. Holding, buying time for an inside defender and then releasing to dive and make the touch. But again, England have gone direct at the line and then they've gone wide. Same setup. See what happens here. Gone back to direct. And they've earned a penalty. So it's another 6 touches on the line for England.
So they've got to come away with something from here.
Yeah, you're really thinking, if you're in the South African box, this is, you know, hard work, effort, resilience for your teammates. If you're in the England box, you're thinking, we really need some points here. And I think they've got it.
They've got it. Kit's your man. So we can read that one. Kit. No, it's Thomas Cowan.
Tom Cowan. So here he's done the same setup where he gets the ball down, gets it back. We call this a counties, don't know why. Oh, slightly forward potentially. And that is a 50-50 call, but the ref in the middle has got the best view there.
Here's the other one. It's the
here we go. So gets the roll ball on the 7, picks up, steps, big wind up, pow.
You see where she is on that.
That's a tricky one to call there. Again, it's always the backwards out the hands versus does the ball travel forwards discussion. But
remember, we've had an opinion. It may be different to the refs. Doesn't mean we're wrong.
It does not. It just means that everyone's entitled to their opinion and we can all be friends.
Yeah.
But here we go. That brings the deficit to within 1. And this is a hell of a game. Good from South Africa finding the line, but that's 5th final. But I feel like if there's any team in this competition that can create something from nothing, it's this South Africa team. They are so good when they don't have a touch to use. They move the ball, they've got footwork, they run lots of late switches, but England have managed to hold them out on this occasion.
So we were saying earlier about this is a really, really good, Gethin was chatting yesterday, really good transition sport. I mean, it's a good sport on its own. But you know, from what you learn from here, the handling, the movement, you know, what's around you, that transition on. And you were mentioning earlier there's players that have played this game and gone on. You mentioned some All Blacks.
Yeah, so yeah, Richie Moronga, Benji Marshall, the likes of them, Nahim Milner-Skudder. I've definitely said his name wrong there, but
yeah, exactly.
I've given it a go.
Yeah.
But yeah, all sighting touches, kind of their up and coming sort of sport. Same with the GB7s lot. You've got Ida Norman Bell, who played in the Touch World Cup in 2019, is now in the Olympic squad for GB Women's. You've got Lauren Torley, who's been playing really well, you know, and she's come from an England mixed touch background. And it's just great to see. I mean, there's so many more players using their skill sets other than physicality to move the ball, move themselves, footwork, trying to create space. Here we go as England cruise through into the in goal. Has she got 3? Or is that a touch? She's given it as a score. And that brings us level.
Ella with a hat-trick.
Here we go. So good roll ball. Here we go. So scooping through, so picking up from half. So if you get touched as half, it's a turnover. It's a high risk, high reward. The middle that he's just turned his back on the direction that the England player is going to attack, has given him half a yard head start. And she's it's very close. It's a great effort from the South African winner. Yeah, another one of our opinions.
I love this where the half covers, because that's like his American football quarterback. He can't score. Now you've got to defend everybody else. Ignore him.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely. And this is exactly right. If this can stay like this for another 13 minutes, I feel like my prediction will come true. But South Africa have got a huge opportunity now to get one back off the tap off.
And just on that clock is well out.
That is definitely wrong. Do not look at the scoreboard on pitch.
Now it's gone back to 0. So just it's our score bug is official.
Here we go. So South Africa moving the ball into space, forcing England to scramble and bite in and cover. They've created space on an edge. Is she going to go in? Is the touch happen first? But that is where South Africa is so dangerous. They're so good at creating space for nothing and forcing the defenders to step in and try and make a decision to catch them off, and they just move the ball and create that space out wide. And England now forced to go, not coast to coast, but south to north, north to south, to get their opportunity to score.
That's only my opinion. You can go coast to coast if you want, you know.
Here we go. So is that 4th? They've got 1 to play with, so they've got to move the ball forward. 5th touch, here we go, where they're going to end the ball. He's going to try and go around the outside of his player. Lane's coming to bite, and that puts England up for the first time in this game. Oh no, I feel like we might have an injury here. It's not anything you want to see. But
here we go, we watch this.
Again, if
injury's got up, he's killed off, so.
He's got up, that's good to see. But you just see number 6 here, just kicking to an outside shoulder. Puts the link here in 2 minds, feels like he has to come in and make the touch for his teammate. And it just gives England that space. I mean, it's so often you see that in lots of different codes of rugby where people feel like they have to come in and cover their friend, their teammate, and that just gives the space on the outside. But the end result here is England go up for the first time in the game.
And that's trust. You just got to trust that your player's going to do the job.
Absolutely, and I feel that is just the first kind of kink there where England have really tried to run hard and attack. They've gone very sort of ball down, ball up, direct, and then look to pass, similar to South Africa, and that's probably the first kind of double. Oh, that is fantastic.
Really great play.
I need to practice because I'm still hung up talking about the play before. Here we go, let's watch this again on the replay. But good ball movement before the touch, ball down, comes, good snap. Oh, puts the brakes on, shows the dummy. Whoa.
Shakira.
That is absolutely Shakira. But that is fantastic. I mean, what I really like about that is they've put the toucher under pressure, they've moved the point of attack to someone else, and then they've come back to the toucher, forcing them to make a decision. As England tried to dive in and find the line, but there's a great covering touch from the winger. Left with 2 players to defend, and she's made the right choice there to come in and hit that. as England at evens, looking to go up by 1 again. South Africa slightly flat, all still getting back towards the line. Big dummy, but no.
No, there was a touch.
Touch has happened, and that is a turnover. And now South Africa are going to have to go the distance. So
it's interesting that South Africa also defend to the left of Tom when he's going forward, leaving the 14 of England open the whole time, Emma Wade. And I think if he switches back inside, she's got a gaping hole to go through. But this thing about defending the guys,
it's very interesting. So when we talk about defence, a lot of it is like, well, you going forwards is going to be better than me going backwards. So I've got to kind of pick a line, and I'm going to pick a space. Often we try and leave the space as far away to like over the winger's head on the far side if we're moving in unison. So I feel like South Africa are doing a good job and forcing Tom to go back to the other side, that left to right. But I think Tom's been successful a couple of times. It'll be interesting to see if they change that up as the half goes on. But this is brilliant. Here we go. Roll ball just outside the 7. This is last touch as they come through, try and find the line. That looks like he's got it down, but what is the ref going to say? He's walking backwards.
Deliberating.
6 touches. Oh, it's on a knife edge. This is so good to watch.
All right, it is 6-all, because as we go up the other end, you're going to see a scoreboard that's wrong. Just keeping everybody informed here.
Oh, here we go. So South Africa now. Again, I feel like this is a slightly different story in this half. So in the first half, I saw South Africa had a lot of time on England's line, a lot of opportunities. I feel that's flipped over in this half.
Definitely. England are getting the possession, and every possession looks like they're going to score.
It is definitely a tale of two halves to start with. I feel like the South Africans here have got to come up with a response, a big stop, and they've got to go and leave the ball down on England's scoreline and force England to go the distance. But at the moment, they've had so many opportunities to score. You would feel like some will come as Marcus goes in to try and find the line. But again, if we're looking at this tactically, that's 3 South Africa players probably within 2 meters as he's diving at the line. So they've done really well to compress the South African defence, and we'll see what they do now. So maybe we're seeing them go the other way as we're passing into a 2-on-1. Is she going to get it down? I feel like that's a brilliant covering touch, but I feel like it's a bit of a
heavy
clatter
touch
there.
But got there. We'll just see that again.
Great
Did she get in or
the
not?
corner.
Yeah, let's see that again. Can we see that again? Here we go. It's got it in the corner.
Here we go. So they've just seen the opportunity without the need to use a touch. So they've just seen a South Africa defender creeping in, go on the outside. And here we go. Is it touch? I feel like that's, again, we've got the blessing of a replay, but it looks like the touch was just in beforehand. And England are setting up to defend, so I feel like the referees are seeing it the same.
And the England player, 11, where's the name? Because it's all wet down there. Lucy Lipton, she's all good and okay and up in the side of our picture, so everything good there.
And here we go, as England get another set of 6 on the line. That's quite a few in a row now that South Africa have given England a chance, as Billy comes in, gives the wrap, and a good scrambling defence. So the South Africa player coming in from the open side, we call it, so it's normally 4 against 3, 4 attackers and 3 defenders, and coming in to close the space off. Here we go. Again, choosing to compress the South African defence, and there's definitely space on an edge if they can move the ball there. If you're the South African defence here, you're trying to think what's coming next. So that's 2 plays that they've gone pretty direct. Use the wrap. And then what's happening here? Oh, the wrap is potentially on there.
Oh, he's giving it.
Has he given it? England look like they're giving it. No. Oh.
No, 6. No.
Drama. Here we go.
Well, he gave it, and then he gave 6.
Here we go, and that leaves us at 6-all. Ooh, that's a close one. I am so happy that I'm here commentating and not making these decisions, because it's so fast and it happens so quickly.
Yeah, and we always say, I always like, because obviously we have opinions, it's easy from up here.
Oh,
you know,
This is the place to be.
Yeah, exactly. You know, because we would make a lot better decisions than a lot of those people out there from up here.
Oh, it's so easy for me, armchair.
Yeah.
But here we go, and again, thinking of sort of the course of the game, that is a window of opportunity for South Africa. I was just about to say the reverse, where South Africa hadn't progressed past their halfway for a number of sets, and then England making the mistake on first, which might give South Africa an opportunity to go down and create a scoring opportunity. But 6-all, this is what you want to be watching right now. second touch. South Africa moving it to the left-hand side as England look to regain their connection into third. Looking to sweep around, England player losing their footing, which gives a bit of a sniff. Were they onside? Good, I think that's fourth touch if my counting's correct. So South Africa have got one to set up to try and move England to create space if they choose to use it. And that's fifth, I think. Moving it to an edge, wingers left with two players. She's done really well there to hold and just try and force that tap-on pass. Again,
do you train with the tap-on pass? Is that part of your...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it is a...
Absolutely.
It's part of your, right, make a call and it includes a tap-on pass.
Yeah, tap-ons, tap-backs, end-over-end finishes. It's funny how actually in more recent years that's kind of what, in some situations, is actually quite essential to score.
Yeah.
And it's great to see players like this sort of up and coming. They're the future of the sport and they're being able to practice it and put it into practice in a high-pressure environment, which is only going to be a good thing for their careers when in sport generally, just being able to sort of refine those skills. And here we go as England look to progress up. That's first touch on halfway. And again, I feel like that's probably the first sniff that South Africa have had in a while at England's line.
Yeah.
Managed to hold them out, and England are back in the South African half, looking to create another scoring opportunity as they pass around the defender, get the roll ball on the 7, but what's the goal? That's a heavy touch from South Africa is the call. 6 more on the line for England.
6 from 7.
Interesting to see how they use this. They've got 4 minutes level. I feel like being composed is key here. So roll ball 7 meters out. They run this splitter play, which they like. Find the line.
Straight through, look good.
And there was a touch happened before that, but again, it looks very similar process. So they kind of look like they're going to get the ball back. Someone comes through the middle, and they try to find the line, and that looks like it's down. And she's going to give it.
Yes, ref gave it.
That is a huge breakthrough for England, and if you're South Africa, you've got to capitalise on this tap-off, but let's watch this again. So here we go, we've got this player running short, big dive, ball goes down first. It's great effort from the South African defender, but just a split second too late. And here we go, this is, if you're in South Africa's box here,
you got to score.
It's the same thing, it's composure, it's get to the 7, it's have 2 genuine opportunities to score. You're much more likely to score in 2 rather than just leaving yourself with 1. And here's the first one, and there seems to be some space, and that looks like it's down as well.
That looked good to me.
What's the call going to be here?
It looked good to me.
It looked good to me as well, and that...
What's he giving?
7
He's
all.
giving it. What a response.
That is the response you want from the South African box. Here we go. Third touch, they sweep someone back round. Here we go, so South Africa do this little sort of cut into a sweeper.
Forward pass.
Sees a bit of space. And
yeah,
it's again
definitely
it's down.
Yeah.
It's a great effort from the defence, very similar to the score that England just had. The defenders diving, but the ball has just gone down before the touches happened, which brings us level, which is exactly what we want to see as England tried to go over in the corner, but South Africa cover that well.
Right, now just literally coming up to 2 minutes.
Here we go, it's evens with 2 minutes. This is huge. Can you keep your composure? What are you going to do? It's Tom. He's had so much success. He's gone right to left this time. And South Africa have defended out the set well, which is a huge stop on the tap-off as well.
Yeah.
And South Africa got their tap-off after the score, managed to go and score themselves. England have not managed to convert from their tap-off, which keeps the game alive. Evens. 90 seconds to go.
It's got to keep them out.
Absolutely.
Keep them out and get one more opportunity.
This is a huge game now, and a penalty from England is just what you want from the South African box. Coach killer in the English box. So this is 6 fresh touches for South Africa in the England half, which they haven't really had all half.
No.
So this is a big, big moment in the game now. If you're in England's box, if you're in England's players, it's about staying connected. It's about how calm and composed can you be at this moment. In South Africa, where's the space going to be? Oh! Gone for the interception, so close. Just didn't manage to keep it, but that's 6 touches for South Africa with a minute to go. England have got to work hard there. There's a lot of game management tactics going on now. You know, if you're England, do you try and get the ball back in 6? Do you try and disengage and run the clock down? But this is South Africa doing their sort of go-to play, and England have managed to recover. And I think this will leave South Africa with one more opportunity to try and score if they're using the touch to try and create space here. This looks very similar to what they've done before with the sweeper player, but he comes back on the short side. And what's happening here? Is he going to give it?
It's a game decider. Are they giving it?
He's not. Oh, that was a game winner for South Africa. But now I feel, unless there's, oh, that's the hooter.
That's the hooter.
We're going to drop off.
Drop off. So that's the second drop off this morning, and I don't think there's been more than, well, we're going, no?
Hold on.
Hang on.
If it's a penalty, so you can't end the game on a penalty. But there we go. Now we're going to drop off.
Now we're going to drop off. Right, so that was it. Woo! Edge of seats, squeaky bum time. This is all happening.
What they want. Wow.
Absolutely. Brilliant stuff.
So for those watching who haven't seen a drop-off before, you go down to 4 players and you play for 2 minutes.
Yep.
Okay, so this is going to be an absolutely huge start. Interesting stat with the drop-off. I think it's something like 80% of people who start with the ball in a drop-off win. So I actually can't remember who tapped off, but if you tap off the game,
then you don't tap off the thing.
You don't tap off in the drop-off.
That's right,
so again,
so do you back yourself in the game or the
yeah, so well, interesting here. So it'll be 2 males, 2 females on the pitch from both teams. After 2 minutes, if they're still level, you go down to 3-on-3.
And who drops?
I think it's one of the female players that drops, but it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been in a mixed drop-off myself.
Now, are they allowed to start here? Are they allowed to start?
No, surely not. Surely not. Surely not. Wow.
And the ref standing in the middle. Oh, no,
I'm not sure what the process is here.
Well, the hooter went.
But the referee said to England to play on, and they've taken that opportunity.
You've got to be on the pitch and be ready.
You do. I mean, wow, here we go. I mean, South Africa tapping back now. This changes it here. So if South Africa can score, that's 6 again. That's 6 again. Yeah.
Yeah.
If South Africa can score here, brings them really back into the game. I think England are complaining here. There's three men on the field for South Africa, which I'm not sure is allowed here. Great defence from England. There's lots of commotion. Apologies for everyone listening, trying to figure out what's actually going on here. We've had a game where England have tapped off with no South Africa on the pitch, and now there's a lot of commotion around South Africa with the ball. They've managed to get the ball away, and that brings it back level.
The crowd are going wild.
Wow.
How good's this? Get it from the corner, comes across.
And England are still complaining here. But I feel like both teams have probably got managed to get that behind the back. What a finish. Great aerial finish there. And is that down to 3? No, still on 4. Still on 4. But that will be down to 3.
Is that the 2 minutes?
Is that 2 minutes gone? Oh, this is carnage.
Well, we haven't got 2 minutes.
No, we don't. We've had a big call on here.
They haven't got 2 minutes.
There's a discussion going on with the referees. I don't know what they're going to do if they've stopped the clock. But wow, there is a penalty for someone. Ben, we're down to 3. So regardless of what's happening, this game will be determined by 3v3.
Right, so that hooter is now... Right, okay, so they went early. Right, we're 3-3.
Right, here we go. England start with the ball, 3-on-3. There's got to be space here. Wow. So now we're into next score wins.
Yeah.
So that's second touch. This is big. Third touch. Where's the space? If he can get the... Oh! 6 fresh touches on the line. If you're South Africa here, you've got to go man on. There's no more defending space.
90-10 in favour of England here.
Yeah, if you're a betting person and it's in game. Oh, it's interesting. Second, you've got 2 more cracks if you're England. And they're just trying to go man on man, trying to beat him 1-for-1. He's beaten him in the roll ball. Step, he's offside. Yeah. And that's another
6.
That's second penalty. So technically, if you give 3 penalties away on the line, you drop a player. So if you're South Africa, this is a dangerous place to be. Steps the other way, very interesting. Gets it away, and the touch. That's a great
defending.
Oh, the referee's walking backwards there. But that is a great touch. Is that second? It was a penalty. I've completely lost control.
I have no idea either.
Completely lost my head here.
Yeah.
But this is what a game this is. Here we go. What are they going to do? They're going to go ball down, ball up. You've got to have a live play. They're going to come back. Oh, he's tried the long pass. Step around the back. 6, and South Africa have got the opportunity to come
They got
back.
away with it. Now my money's on South Africa because they got wheels.
Now it's 90-10 for South Africa. Whoever has the ball, you've got the advantage. So that's first. Is he going to pick up? Here we go. Second touch. Will South Africa pick their moment well? This is going to be third. There are some tired bodies out there. Here we go. Here's the speedster. Fourth touch. Great read and defence. I thought there was a bit of opportunity. South Africa get a fresh player on. Fresh legs is going to be so key in this moment. This is going to be 5th touch coming. Is he going to go for it? He's going for it. He's going for it in the corner. He's got around the outside. And he's missed him. It's a win.
Has he got it? Wait, what? Have they given it?
What's happened here?
The referees are discussing. Let's go to the refs.
Has he called it? I don't know. What is going? He's called the touch. South Africa thought they'd won. We thought that they'd won. Touch has been called. And that's 5th. That's 5 touches. So that South Africa will still have 1 if people have kept count. Oh, this game is not short of drama. This is mental. And here we go. England, end result. England are now 90-10. I was going to say, that's short. I think South Africa are meant to have possession here. Is that fair? But whatever happens now, England have got the ball. England have got fresh legs on. And they're trying to use the width here. Second touch. They've done well to progress over halfway. This is all around just space and picking your moments. Third touch. Oh.
In all that excitement, I trod on something. We lost the screen, but we'll get that back.
Fourth touch. Picking their moments to go now. Is he around the outside? Has she made it?
Is it there?
Oh, it's the same thing. She's missed it.
Yes.
Oh, it's a win. Oh. Oh my. I don't know what to say. Oh. The highs and lows. We thought we had a win. We had drama in the drop-off. We had drama midway through. We've had drama at the end. South Africa thought they won. England have thought they won. Ultimately, England have taken the win here. But what a game.
Let's watch that winning try again because
game.
We lost the screen. Let's just have a quick look at that. Here it is.
Here we go. 4th touch. And Marcus, I feel, just picks the moment. He goes, here we go. This is forthcoming. Looks like she'll inject the pace. Bang. Touch, just squares up. Outside, big dive and just missed it. But that is, wow, what an injection of pace into the game. And what a fantastic contest. Got to give credit to both teams there. But that is absolutely outstanding from both South Africa and England. All credit to the South African team. Thought they'd won it. Lots of drama to deal with. Absolutely fantastic through the first half. Had a bit of a wobbly in the second half. Brought it back in the second half as it comes. That takes composure. Absolutely brilliant. England digging deep in the drop-off. I mean, we've had everything there. That's absolutely amazing.
We have now because of the drop-off. Time's tight. Not going to get the coaches in for an interview because they've got to get the next game going. We've got anthems, everything else. So at half-time in the next game, we are going to be just chatting with the coach and we're going to be going through everything. So you've got to hang around for that, Dom, because you have got some questions to be asked.
Oh, there's so many questions to ask after that game. I feel they need about half an hour for the heart rate to come down from both boxes because what a game. What a game. I can't believe on-field one as well. Blessed to have that on camera.
Yeah.
And what an experience. Again, thinking of the long-term thing. You've got the Touch World Cup coming to Nottingham next year. You've just had 2 fantastic teams going toe-to-toe. What an experience for them to take away and learn. You know, all of the sort of dealing with the pressure, dealing with difficult calls, which you perceive to be difficult at different moments, working with your teammates. I mean, that is exactly what this tournament wanted and needed. I mean, just such a contest and such a well-fought game.
Right, brilliant stuff. Dom, thank you very much. We're just going to reset very quickly because we've got another one coming up in 2 minutes. Thank you very much. Don't go away.
Don't go anywhere.
Well, after what was an absolutely insane game of touch, the first final of the day, we roll through. It's the mixed 18s final, Wales versus England, and bloke on the ball now, Gethin O'Callaghan, joined us on comms yesterday. He's talking a lot, showing his knowledge, and Wales go all the way through with pace, and there's one way to start the game, absolutely perfect.
Maybe we don't need to know drop-off anymore.
Definitely not, and it didn't even give me a moment to introduce my co-comms. Elliot, how are you?
I'm happy it's so sunny. It's summer now.
Yeah, it makes a nice change compared to the rain.
They look a lot happier to play.
Yeah, this is perfect touch weather, and Wales open the scoring. It's that man, Sonny Greenman, going through. And the pot of Sonny Greenman and Gethin O'Callaghan just working together so well all weekend. Get Wales off to the perfect start. England now, trying to reply. Samuel Dixon, diving for the line, and that is always good. Sam Dixon evens things up. Superb play. There's this pot again of Sam Dixon, Ellis Pearce, working together, quickie sets. Big right foot step from Sam, and he's so long, huge wingspan, can get in